Hey everybody, Mr. Rubo here, and today we are talking about solving polynomials. So solving polynomials is the same as what we would do for solving quadratics, except quadratics we just have more options. So for solving any polynomial, for right now we only know how to factor these. Okay, so we should always try to factor, and everything I give you to begin with is always going to be factorable. So let's go ahead and see this example here. If I want to solve this, just like with a quadratic, I like to move everything to one side, and I need to move everything to one side, so I get it equal to 0. Then you try to factor this. Now, depending on what's there, we have lots of different methods of factoring polynomials. But the first thing you should always look for is a GCF. It'll make your life a lot easier. Um, and a lot of times when you do the GCF, it could make it could make one of your equations a quadratic right away. Otherwise, if you don't have a GCF, then you look at factor by grouping, sum of cubes, difference of cubes, difference of two squares, or even product sum. So you look for all those things if GCF doesn't work. Even if GCF does work, you still look for it in the answer. So with this guy, we move the 64x over. Now we're going to factor. Well, 4 goes into both things, and so does x. So I'm going to factor both of those out. So I get x squared minus 16 equals 0. So now I can factor this more if I'd like. I could also solve from this point, but I'll factor just to remember. This is a difference of two squares. So this would be 4x, x minus 4, and x plus 4 equals 0. Once you've completely factored everything, then you use that zero product property where you take each of your factors and you set them equal to 0. So we're going to have 4x equals 0, x minus 4 equals 0, and x plus 4 equals 0. So divide by 4, we get x equals 0. This one will get x equals 4. And this one we get x equals negative 4. So we get 3 answers when we solve this guy. Okay, so for right now, what you're going to do when you're solving polynomials, move everything to one side, factor it, and we have lots of different ways of factoring now. Once it's factored, set your factors equal to 0 and solve them separately. If it's already factored, though, don't try to multiply it out. Just go right to this step and set them equal to 0 and solve them. Okay. So yeah, thanks for watching, and have a good day.